Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Aren't these hidden paper clips just lovely? I was following a tutorial by Positively Papercraft and Melvin, and she was making this type of hidden paper clip, and it's got a little pocket on the front there, but there's a lot of folding because all these sides are folded in. This is just a prototype. It's probably going to go in the bin, to be honest, because I don't like it. But I thought there's got to be easier ways, and I have done hidden paper clips before. And then I found a tutorial by Pink Monarch Prints, and that was just so easy. And just by coincidence, last night I was making boxes like this. These work out about 6 and a bit inches square, and they just fit 8 cards in, and these are what I give to the charity as raffle prizes, or the Helping Hands. She sometimes sells them online to raise some money for them. So anyway, I ended up with all these offcuts. Now these papers are double-sided, and there's 2 different lengths because they started off as 12 by 12, and then obviously I had to cut them down to size to make the boxes. So I've got 2 different sizes, which are obviously, one's going to be 12 inches and this other piece is 9.5. But I've made these hidden paper clips. Now obviously this one is made from the shorter piece and that one is 2, and this is made from the 12-inch piece. It just means that they're a little bit longer. So your hidden paper clip is in here, and these just slot onto the side of your page like so. And I've got a dangle at the bottom there on a grommet or eyelet, and then I've put a bulb pin because I've poked my paper clip just through the top. Then I can have a dangle at the top as well, which is what I like to do. So, and I've just put some little bits of ephemera in the pocket there. But I've decorated the other side as well, because obviously you're going to see both sides when it's on your page, like so. So let's go ahead and make a couple, and just so easy. I think this card is about 160 to 180. It's easy to fold on, you know, without a scoreboard, and both sides of this are really pretty, so it doesn't really matter which side. So the way I start off is I think I want my pocket to be about 1 inch or so. I don't measure anything, and I just put a fold there. Then if the total length of the paper clip, you want it so far, I'll give you the measurements, just then you've got them after. Now I like my hidden paper clips to be different, shorter, one shorter than the other, then it's easier to actually put it onto your page. So fold back there. Remember to keep the edges the same, you know, even. Then that is going to fold. I've not got that quite right. That piece, see there, is going to fold over, and before you glue the pocket down, it's just going to tuck in. Then you've got a smooth access to your pocket. So there's a bit of corner rounding, and I need to cut a slit in the top here for my paper clip. So I'll give you the measurements of my scores. So the total card length is 9.5 inches. So the first score line was 1.25 inches, that one. Then from there, from the edge, the next one is about 3.5, just under 3.5 total. Then the next one is 5.75, just over. And so the next one is 8.5. That just gives you some rough idea of what the folds measure. Okay, so let's find a paper clip, and I've got a nice pink one here. You can use the longer ones. I think one of these was a long one, which are they about 1.5 inches? These are about 1 inch, and I think the longer ones are about 1.5 inches, so it doesn't matter. You can use whichever size you like. So corner rounding. So that's going to be my pocket. So this is going to be the side that goes onto the page. So I want to round these two corners here and round these two here, like so. So that's going to be the part that goes onto your page. Then I need to cut this top fold. I need to cut a little slit on that fold. I don't measure it, I just eyeball it. Get it roughly in the middle, and that's where your paper clip is going to slot through. Like so, just a little bit like that. And your paper clip is going to sit on that fold. Leave it sticking off the page a little bit there, and then that is just going to slot through that slit. Okay, so just to secure your paper clip, just slide that off. I like to put a bit of tape over both pieces. This tape is a nuisance to find the end of. It's surgical tape, but my sellotape has run out. Is that it there? There we are. So I'll just get a couple of pieces of tape and stick it over the paper clip, and the same on the other side. Then I get some good strong glue. This is 3-in-1. And both sides where the paper clip is, I put a good dollop of glue all round those edges and all in the middle, and slot that together and slot that paper clip through the fold. Okay, then do the same with the glue just on the flap. You don't want glue all over this part. So that glues down, and then your pocket needs to be glued together as well. So just daub of glue down those sides, put the lid on and stick that. Oh, I know what I've not done quickly before I glue that. I just want to cut a little divot in the pocket front, just a little bit, so that you know it's a pocket. Then I want to just ink all round, and I should have inked the pocket really before I glued it. So let me just see if I can get into that pocket edge, like so, both sides. Now this one doesn't really need much embellishing because it's a pretty paper, but I'll just stick a butterfly on and maybe a label. I've got my fine liner or fine tip glue. I'll just glue a little butterfly on the front of the pocket. Let's see if we can find a label of some description too. Now I'm going to glue one on the back, or I'll glue a bigger one on the back, just for decoration really. Like so. And maybe one of these as well. Then we need to get the crocodile or your eyelet setter, and it doesn't really matter which bottom corner it goes in, but you're just going through the this little flap here, just in one of the corners. Then you need an eyelet. Now I put mine so that the good side is on, because this is going to show on your book page as well. Oops, I've knocked it out. Set that. I know on this side it shows where it's, you know, split the eyelet, but you won't really notice that because when it's on your page it's going to be like that. So then it's a matter of deciding what you're going to put in your pockets. So I've got, that's a wee bit too tall. I've got another bag of these are from Tracy Fox, like cinema reels. I'll just put a couple of those in. Like so. Then we want dangles and bulb pins on these. So I've got some bulb pins, she said, somewhere. Let's put that away. Here we go. I've got a pink one and I've got a gold one. Just put those out the way. Put the pin in my glue. I'll do another fold with you in a minute when I've just finished this one, just so that you get the gist of it. I'm sure most of you have made these before. Right, let's get a couple of dangles. These are made from, I had a video out a while ago from making things with broken jewellery, like that. So I'll use those two. And I'll just use a nice dangle for the top. I want one with a gold chain, really. Let's have a look at that one. Isn't it just typical, when you want one with a gold chain, you can't find one with a gold chain? That one will do. So I'm going to put the gold bulb pin through the top one. And that'll just hang over the edge of your page. I will decorate that up with a sticker or something. And then the pink bulb pin, I'm just going to attach to the grommet, or through the grommet. So that is the hidden paper clip, and that will just go onto your page like so. And that hangs off the edge of your page, and that'll be inside your book. Okay, so I'll just do another one with you. This piece is 12 inches. So decide on the height of your pocket, which is about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. I can do it a bit deeper on this one because it's a 12-inch piece, not 9.5. Then the height of the total thing is going to be, see, a little bit shorter than that. And then you want this fold to stick out a little bit from that one. In fact, we can do it a wee bit more than that because this is quite a long piece, like so. And then that is going to fold, take your pocket down, put that one over the top so that it tucks inside your pocket. So I need to cut my little divot out of my pocket, like I nearly forgot last time. I want to round these two corners and those two corners on there as well. You don't have to use double-sided card, but it does make it easier instead of just having a plain white or cream, but then you might prefer to do that and then just stick a piece of pattern paper on the top. So now we need to get the paper clip, and I'll just use this one. This has just got a piece of fabric tied through it, which I will tie back onto it so that that hangs over the edge of the page. You could just make loads of these in plain card and then just have them ready for use with a particular kit, and then when you're ready to use them, just decorate them up with papers from the kit that you're using, which is what I might do tonight actually while I'm sat watching TV. Just get my tray on my knee and make quite a few, because I've got loads of offcuts of card. Some are plain, some are double-sided, so I think that's what I shall be doing tonight. Right, so make a little slit in this fold here. Make sure your paper clip will slot through it, yeah, like that. Then your paper clip slots on that fold where your pocket goes. Okay, and leave a little bit sticking out to go through the slit in the card. Then put some sticky tape on the paper clip. Like so, and on the other side. Make sure that's well stuck down. Do a bit of inking around your pocket, around all the edges. On the reverse. Well, I call it the reverse, although you will see it on the other side of the page. Then get your good glue and glue, that's the front with your pocket, flip it all over and put glue all over this side. Make sure you get a good covering round your actual paper clip, because you don't want that moving. And stick that down like so. Put your paper clip through your little slot like so, and put glue all over this piece. And I'm going to put some round the paper clip as well, like so. Okay, all glued down nicely, and then just up the sides of your pocket. There we go. Isn't that lovely? So I'm quite happy with these, and then obviously set your grommet in and decorate up as you wish. And you've got your little pocket there to put some ephemera in. I think they're great. Okay, that's it from me today. I'd love you to click on the subscribe button and leave me a comment. I always like to read your comments, and I do reply. It may take me a little while, but I do like to reply to them all. So I will see you next time. Bye.